Namaste. If you're struggling with menopause fatigue, anxiety, brain fog, lack of sleep, exhaustion, complete overwhelm, you name it, this video is for you. I'm going to be showing you why restorative yoga is so powerful in helping menopause symptoms, how less really can be more, and also 5 tips for you to get started at home. And it's so much easier than you think. Let's get started. So what exactly is restorative yoga? Well, if the idea of lying still, doing completely nothing, just surrendering to relaxation appeals to you, and it also helps various menopause symptoms, that is restorative yoga, and it could help you too. Think of like a warm hug for the central nervous system. That's what restorative yoga is. It's literally surrendering in a pose or a position where the body is propped with cushions, pillows, bolsters, so that you can hold that pose and completely relax for as little as 5 minutes up to 20 minutes or longer. That is restorative yoga. So simple, so easy to do. There's a variety of yoga poses to choose from. Some focus on our overall well-being, whilst others target specific areas of the body. Most of them include moving the spine forwards or backwards, because it's all about having a healthy spine, which stimulates our organs. Some involve defying gravity, for example, legs up against the wall pose, where we can drain the lymphatic system and enjoy lots of other benefits. And there are some that specifically target stimulating the digestive system, the elimination system. You're not doing nothing, but you're doing very, very little to achieve great things. So why exactly is restorative yoga so powerful in menopause? So in menopause, we are faced with this fluctuation of hormones and this drop in estrogen. This alone affects all parts of the body and can trigger symptoms such as fatigue because we're not sleeping at night, we're having night sweats, or it can trigger anxiety, our mind's doing overtime. It can trigger overwhelm, brain fog, where we have no clarity and we can't focus, concentrate, and extreme exhaustion at times. So this in turn then produces even more cortisol in the body, which aggravates stress even further, making us more burnt out, more tired, more fatigued. So restorative yoga has the power to target the parasympathetic part of our nervous system. What's that? That is offsetting the flight or fight mode. When your body is constantly flooded with stress, that's the mode it goes into. Restorative yoga comes along and reverses that and puts the body into rest and digest. What does that mean? That means you lower your heart rate, your breathing returns to normal levels, you reduce cortisol in the body, you also are able to lower blood pressure and basically put the body into a deep state of rest and relaxation. That in turn offsets those symptoms. If restorative yoga has already piqued your interest and you want to enjoy some specific restorative yoga for your menopause symptoms, why not enjoy 7 days free in my online membership and enjoy tutorials so you can just choose 1 or 2 poses, short sequences, extended classes, and so on, all categorized for menopause symptoms. So in restorative yoga, can less really be more? And this is the thing in society, right? We're conditioned to constantly push ourselves. We're conditioned to keep wanting to do more. We count our steps. We're pushing ourselves to 5K runs, 10K runs. We're sweating it out at the gym. We're burning calories. And guess what? Menopause is the opposite. It's a time where we should be listening to our bodies and we should be slowing down, or at least replenishing the lost energy because of the symptoms at the other end. It's like balancing the scales, if you like. Why? If we don't, we just burn ourselves out, right? We never really recover, and we're caught then constantly running to keep up. Even just 5 minutes in one pose can replenish your energy levels and offset some of the symptoms. You don't need to spend oodles of time practicing restorative yoga. A few times a week, maybe one pose, that's all that's required. And I always say to my ladies, think about putting your own oxygen mask on first. When you do that, you're better able to serve everyone around you, family, friends, work, right? And you nourish your own body, mind, and soul. So how do you practice restorative yoga? I'm going to share 5 tips to get you going at home. Super simple and so much easier than you think. Okay, tip number 1, choose the best time of day for you. What works for you might not work for me. Ideally, late afternoon or evening, because we're winding down the energy. So if you're rushed and you've got lots of things to do, you don't want to be winding everything down. Ideally before sleep, because it promotes better sleep. But a time that fits in for you and where you haven't had a big heavy meal, so you can completely rest and relax without feeling uncomfortable. So tip number 2, choose the right environment for you. Ideally, one that you're not going to be disturbed. You don't want, Mom, where's this, where's that? Someone knocking on the door, someone looking for something. Honestly, I tell my ladies to put a do not disturb sign on the door to give you the peace and quiet. You want to be in a place where you're not looking at the pile of ironing, where you can totally relax and switch off, where you can just let go. Your own little sanctuary of peace and quiet. Number 3, choose appropriate content. So there's lots of restorative yoga out there, but choose content that will help you with your specific symptoms. For example, in my platform, I have restorative yoga for anxiety, for brain fog, for overwhelm, for fatigue, for sleep. Whichever symptom is causing you the most issues, choose content to help with that. And also, my content is broken down into 5-minute tutorials, so you can learn one pose and practice one pose at a time, or you can practice a short sequence, maybe 15-20 minutes, or you can practice an extended class if you want to go the full hog and really enjoy an hour of completely letting go. Okay, number 4, invest in props. Now, ideally, you would have a yoga bolster, you would have some yoga blocks, a yoga blanket, maybe a yoga strap. But you know what? We don't all have that, and we don't all have the funds to invest in those. So the alternative is to use props from around the house, and that's perfectly doable. You can use pillow or pillows as a bolster. You can use a blanket, you can use a towel around the house. You can use firm cushions instead of blocks, and a yoga strap. Guess what? A dressing gown, robe or belt, soft belt will do the job just as nice. Also make sure that you're wearing loose, comfortable clothing. You don't want anything with a tight waistband or anything that makes you feel very constricted. Number 5, indulge in you. You need that time to disconnect, to spend time away from all the worries that you carry, and to really, really pamper yourself. So I tell my ladies, light some candles, play some soft music, burn some incense, maybe invest in an eye pillow, block out the light, and really, really unwind and switch off, right? And when you create this environment and when you experience the joy of restorative yoga, trust me, you will want to do it again and again and again. And if your environment means doing it on your bed, perfect, absolutely perfect. Find something and a place that works for you. So don't forget, if you are interested in restorative yoga specifically for menopause symptoms, join my membership and enjoy 7 days free, where you can sample lots of different restorative classes. Alternatively, watch the next video and enjoy nurturing and loving your hips with some gentle restorative yoga.